The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the bustling colony of Elysium. Alex Carter wiped the sweat from his brow, surveying the day's work on the new energy grid. The hum of machinery and the distant chatter of settlers filled the air, painting a picture of progress and hope. Suddenly, the ground trembled. A low, ominous rumble grew louder, drowning out all other sounds. Alex's heart raced as he scanned the sky, searching for the source. His eyes widened in disbelief. Descending from the clouds was a massive, sleek vessel, unlike any human design. Its surface gleamed with an otherworldly sheen, and strange symbols pulsed along its hull. The settlers around him froze, their faces a mix of awe and terror. A voice echoed in Alex's mind, clear yet alien, "We are the harbingers. Surrender, and your extinction will be swift." Panic erupted, families clutched their children, and alarms blared throughout the colony. Alex felt a surge of determination. He couldn't let fear paralyze him. Taking a deep breath, he sprinted towards the central command center, weaving through the chaos. Inside, the room buzzed with frantic energy. Mira Thompson, his closest friend, the colony's lead scientist, met his gaze, her eyes reflecting his own resolve. "Alex," she said, her voice steady despite the turmoil, "we need to act fast. If their technology is as advanced as it appears, our conventional defenses won't stand a chance." He nodded, "Ideas already forming. Then we think unconventionally. Let's find their weakness." As the alien ship loomed ever closer, casting a shadow over Elysium, Alex and Mira knew they faced an unimaginable danger. But within that moment of impending doom, a spark of hope ignited, a belief in human ingenuity and the unyielding spirit to survive. As the alien vessel descended, casting an ominous shadow over Elysium, Alex's mind raced. The voice that had echoed in his head, "We are the harbingers. Surrender, and your extinction will be swift." This left an unsettling imprint. The settlers' initial awe had morphed into palpable fear, and the once bustling colony was now a cacophony of alarms and panicked voices. Inside the command center, the atmosphere was tense. Mira Thompson, her usually composed demeanor strained, was surrounded by holographic displays of the alien ship. She looked up as Alex entered, relief flickering in her eyes. "Alex, this technology, it's beyond anything we've ever seen," she began, her voice tinged with urgency. Before Alex could respond, the ground shook violently, the main screen flickered, revealing a transmission from the alien vessel. A figure, shrouded in shadow, spoke in a language that resonated directly in their minds. "Inhabitants of Elysium," the voice intoned, "you have one planetary rotation to comply, resist, and face obliteration." The transmission ended abruptly, leaving a heavy silence. Alex clenched his fists, a mix of fear and determination coursing through him. "We can't just wait for them," he said, turning to Mira. "There has to be something we can do." Mira nodded, her analytical mind already at work. "If we can find a vulnerability, some way to disrupt their systems." Suddenly, the room's lighting dimmed, and a series of unfamiliar symbols scrolled across the monitors. Mira's fingers flew over the controls, attempting to decipher the intrusion. "They're hacking into our systems," she muttered, frustration evident. Alex placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Then let's turn the tables, use their intrusion to learn about them." Mira's eyes lit up with understanding. "If we can trace the signal back, we might access their ship's network." As they worked together, a plan began to form, a daring strategy that could either save their colony. The weight of their responsibility pressed upon them, but amidst the uncertainty, a shared resolve emerged. The clock was ticking, and the fate of Elysium hung in the balance. As the alien vessel loomed ominously over Elysium, Alex and Mira worked tirelessly to trace the intrusion back to its source. Their fingers danced over the controls, deciphering alien code and bypassing security protocols. The room was filled with the soft hum of machinery and the occasional beep of success. Suddenly, a breakthrough. Mira's eyes widened as she accessed a hidden subroutine within the alien network. "Alex, look at this," she whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of excitement and fear. On the screen, schematics of the alien ship appeared, revealing a complex web of interconnected systems. But amidst the complexity, a vulnerability stood out, a central node that, if disrupted, could disable the ship's defenses. "This is it," Alex said, his heart pounding. "This could be our chance." But as they delved deeper, an unexpected discovery sent chills down their spines. The harbingers had been monitoring Elysium for months, studying the settlers' routines, defenses, and even personal lives. Detailed profiles of key individuals, including Alex and Mira, filled the screen. "They know everything about us," Mira murmured, her face pale. The weight of the revelation pressed upon them. The enemy was not just technologically superior but also intimately familiar with their every move. The sense of violation was profound, but amidst the fear, a spark of defiance ignited within Alex. "Then they know who they're up against," he said, his voice firm, "and they have no idea what we're capable of." With renewed determination, they formulated a daring plan. They would exploit the identified vulnerability, but to do so required infiltrating the alien vessel, a nearly impossible task. As they prepared, the weight of their mission settled in. The fate of Elysium rested on their shoulders, but in that moment, amidst the uncertainty and fear, a profound sense of purpose emerged. They were not just fighting for survival but for the very essence of humanity, their resilience, ingenuity, and unyielding spirit. The hours leading up to the mission were a blur of activity. They gathered a small team of trusted individuals, each bringing unique skills to the table. Equipment was assembled, strategies were debated, and contingency plans were laid out. As the time to act approached, Alex took a moment to address the team. "We've all seen what we're up against," he began, his voice steady, "but we've also seen that they can be beaten. They may know our routines, our defenses, and even our fears, but they don't know our strengths, they don't know our unity, and they don't know that when pushed to the brink, humanity doesn't break, we fight back." A resolute silence followed his words, the weight of the moment sinking in. Each member of the team understood the risks, but they also understood what was at. With a final nod, they set their plan into motion, venturing into the unknown with courage as their guide. The path ahead was fraught with danger, but together, they embodied the indomitable spirit of humanity, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As the team approached the alien vessel under the cloak of darkness, the weight of their mission pressed heavily upon them. Each step was measured, every breath controlled. As they navigated the treacherous terrain leading to the Harbinger's ship, the air was thick with tension, the silence broken only by the distant hum of the alien machinery. Upon reaching the ship's exterior, Mira activated a device designed to interface with the alien technology. A soft click indicated success, and a concealed hatch hissed open, revealing a dimly lit corridor. Alex exchanged a glance with Mira, a silent affirmation of their resolve, before leading the team inside. The interior was a labyrinth of sleek, metallic passageways, illuminated by an eerie, pulsating glow. The team's footsteps echoed softly as they advanced, their senses heightened, alert to any sign of danger. Suddenly, a distant noise, a rhythmic clanking, resonated through the corridor. Alex signaled for the team to halt, his heart pounding in his chest. From around a corner emerged a patrol of alien sentinels, their movements precise and mechanical. The team pressed against the walls, holding their breath, as the sentinels passed by, oblivious to their presence. Once the danger had passed, they continued their advance, the narrow escape fueling their determination. As they neared the central node, the core of the ship's defenses, an unexpected obstacle arose. A force field, shimmering with energy, blocked their path. Mira examined it, her brow furrowed in concentration. "It's a quantum barrier," she whispered. "I can disable it, but it will take time." Time was a luxury they didn't have. Alex nodded, understanding the urgency. "Do it, we'll cover you." As Mira worked, the rest of the team took defensive positions, their senses on high alert. The minutes stretched, each one an eternity, until finally, the barrier flickered and dissipated. They pressed on, reaching the central node, a pulsating mass of alien technology. Mira began the process of uploading the virus they had developed, designed to cripple the ship's systems. But as the upload neared completion, an alarm blared, and the room was bathed in red light. The Harbingers had detected their presence. Doors slid open, and alien soldiers poured in, weapons raised. A war erupted, the air thick with energy blasts and the acrid smell of burning metal. The team fought valiantly, but they were outnumbered. In the midst of the chaos, Alex saw an opportunity, a manual override that could expedite the virus's deployment. But it was across the room, exposed to enemy fire. Without hesitation, he dashed towards it, dodging blasts, and reached the console. As he initiated the override, a searing pain shot through his side, having a direct impact. He collapsed, but the override was successful. the ship's systems began to fail, lights flickering, and the alien soldiers faltering. Mira rushed to Alex's side, her eyes wide with fear. "Alex, stay with me," she pleaded, applying pressure to his wound. He managed a weak smile. "We did it, Mira. Elysium is safe." As the ship's systems collapsed, the team made their escape, carrying Alex with them. The alien vessel, now crippled, began to descend. Back in Elysium, the settlers' testament to their resilience and courage. The battle was won, but the cost was high. Alex's sacrifice would be remembered as a symbol of humanity's unyielding spirit in the face of adversity. In the aftermath of the harrowing mission, the settlers of Elysium gathered under the vast expanse of the night sky, the alien vessel's wreckage a distant silhouette against the horizon. The air was thick with a mixture of relief and sorrow, the weight of their recent victory tempered by the sacrifices made. Mira stood before the assembled crowd, her face illuminated by the soft glow of lanterns. She took a deep breath, steadying herself, before addressing the colony. "Today, we faced an unimaginable threat," she began, her voice carrying over the silent crowd, "but through our unity, courage, and unwavering spirit, we prevailed." She paused, her gaze drifting to the makeshift infirmary where Alex lay, his condition still precarious. "Many of us risked everything," she continued, her voice wavering slightly, "and some gave their all." A hush fell over the crowd as they followed her gaze, the reality of their losses settling in. Tears glistened in the eyes of many, the pain of their shared grief palpable. Suddenly, a murmur spread through the crowd. Turning, Myra's breath caught in her throat. Emerging from the infirmary, supported by a makeshift crutch, was Alex. His steps were unsteady, his face pale, but his eyes shone with determination. A collective gasp rose from the settlers, followed by a swell of applause and cheers. Mira rushed to his side, her eyes brimming with tears. "You should be resting," she chided gently, though her smile betrayed her relief. Alex shook his head, a faint smile playing on his lips. "I needed to see everyone," he replied, his voice hoarse but resolute, "to remind us all of what we've accomplished together." He turned to face the crowd, leaning heavily on his crutch. "We stood on the brink of danger," he said, his voice gaining strength, "but we didn't falter. We fought back, not as individuals, but as a community, as a family." The crowd listened intently, hanging on his every word. "This victory isn't just about survival," Alex continued. "It's a testament to the indomitable human spirit, to our ability to come together in the face of adversity and emerge stronger." He paused, his gaze sweeping over the faces of the settlers. "We've proven that no matter the challenge, no matter the foe, humanity will endure. We will thrive." A wave of emotion washed over the crowd, a renewed sense of hope and purpose taking root. At that moment, amidst the lingering shadows of their ordeal, a new dawn broke for Elysium, a future forged by their collective resilience and the unbreakable bonds that held them together. As the settlers dispersed, returning to their homes and duties, a sense of unity and determination permeated the colony. They had faced the abyss and emerged victorious, their faith in one another stronger than ever. And as the stars shimmered overhead, Elysium stood as a beacon of human perseverance, a testament to the unyielding spirit that would guide them through whatever challenges lay ahead.